Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are taking one of the most paradigm-shifting hypothetical scenarios currently orbiting the astronomical community, and we're going to run with it.
Exactly.
I'm not asking if it's possible. We're asking, okay, what happens next?
Exactly. Our source material provides a complete, a step-by-step narrative analysis of the consequences. If the object 3I Atlas, which is currently classified as a boring interstellar comet, is definitively proven to be something else.
Something else entirely. An artificial interstellar craft, as the sources call it, NAVE.
A ship.
The premise is the ultimate cosmic what if. 3I Atlas is, right now, a natural curiosity. It's fascinating, but it's a rock. But the hypothesis we're exploring is, what if it's not? What if all those natural characteristics are just incredibly sophisticated camouflage?
What if it's a created intelligence?
Yeah, not a rock, but a ship.
And our mission for this deep dive is to give you a shortcut to understanding that potential reality. We're going to follow the entire chain of events. We'll start from the moment a handful of scientists secretly know the truth.
And then chart the geopolitical frenzy.
And finally, get into the weeds on the global, philosophical, psychological, and technological aftermath. This is really a deep dive into what happens the moment humanity realizes it's not unique.
Okay, so let's jump right in. Where does it start? How do we cross that line from a weird comet to a confirmed artificial object?
Yeah.
We need that first anomaly, that first sign that just completely breaks the comet model.
That's the critical first step. And that shift happens when the observations move from being just, puzzling to impossible. The source material points to several immediate red flags, and they all have one thing in common.
Which is?
The detection of order where there should only be random, stochastic chaos.
Okay, so let's start with its movement. A comet's trajectory is messy. It's dictated by gravity, by jets of gas firing off unpredictably.
It's sloppy, basically. But if it's PIP, you'd be looking for intelligent course correction. The first red flag is absolutely its trajectory.
So it's not just drifting.
Not at all. If it shows non-gravitational alterations that are too precise, too economical, or too targeted, that's the first sign. We're talking about changes that just defy the known physics for a natural body.
What does too targeted mean in this context?
It means we'd see evidence of what's called phase space management. The object would be moving through our solar system with an impossible efficiency, like it's minimizing fuel use or maximizing its observation time. It suggests a goal, not just random wandering.
So it's like a spacecraft firing its thrusters perfectly to hit a very specific rendezvous point decades from now, instead of just tumbling through space.
Precisely. The second major clue would come from its brightness or its energy signature.
Right, because comets flare up and dim down based on how the sun is hitting them. It's chaotic.
Totally unpredictable. But if 3I Atlas showed a loss or gain of brightness in distinct mathematical patterns, that would be highly suspicious.
What kind of patterns are we talking about?
We could be talking about sequences based on prime numbers, or maybe changes in energy that follow specific geometric ratios, that kind of ordered sequencing. It's a hallmark of engineering, not nature.
So after movement and energy, we get to the physical signs. Let's say we get a high-resolution signature from a powerful telescope or radar. What is it that would instantly rule out the big rock idea?
Geometry. Simple as that. You just don't find perfect right angles or precise repeating ratios or complex symmetrical features forming naturally on a body that's been flying through interstellar space.
So if we see sharp angles.
Or an ordered repetition of structural elements or a kind of symmetry that seems to adhere to a deliberate design plan. That's it. That just eliminates the rock tumbling through space explanation on the spot. It suggests intentional construction. It suggests it was built to withstand stress.
Okay, but what would be the absolute 100% no arguments left proof? The smoking gun.
The detection of emitted energy. But not just any energy. It would have to be electromagnetic signals that are clearly structured, not static, not random cosmic noise, but a broadcast with, say, repetitive sequences or clear binary code cycles.
Or what about fractals? I saw that mentioned.
Yes, or even complex encoded fractals. That would be the thing that instantly transitions the object from natural anomaly to communication attempt, or at the very least, intelligent operational byproduct.
Hold on, but nature does create some fractals, right?
Yeah.
Like coastline snowflakes. Why would a detected fractal instantly mean intelligence?
That's a really crucial distinction, and it's something an informed audience needs to get. Natural fractals are often, statistical in scale and invariant. They're messy.
Okay.
An engineered fractal, on the other hand, would contain highly specific, non-random complexity. It could be mathematically pure. It could be designed to encode massive amounts of information through that self-similarity. If the pattern is too perfect, too complex, it strongly suggests a message, or at least a highly sophisticated internal processing system.
So once those critical anomalies are confirmed, the impossible movements, the math and the light patterns, the geometric shape, the scientific community has a new problem. It's not about detection anymore.
No.
It's about keeping it quiet. Let's unpack this initial revelation and the scientific secrecy that would have to follow.
Okay, so let's say the detection is confirmed. Pan-STARRS, the ESA, NASA's Deep Space Network, they all see it. The first thing we know from the source material is that they would not go public. Not immediately.
No press conference.
Absolutely not. That initial lockdown is a universal first step. It's rooted in scientific responsibility and, frankly, in self-preservation. You can't risk global panic on a partial finding.
Of course.
The sources are clear on this. The object would be instantly classified internally by key space agencies and defense departments. It would get a new designation, a non-terrestrial artificial object, or ONT.
ONT, that's more than just an acronym, isn't it? It's a declaration of a whole new reality.
It is, and the moment that classification is confirmed, maybe by the 200 or so initial analysts, it triggers an immediate shift in priorities for everyone involved. It means total data compartmentalization. This isn't just astronomical data anymore.
It's a national security asset.
Exactly. The real existing SETI protocol would technically be activated, but it would immediately run into a huge problem.
Which is?
The SETI protocol is designed almost entirely for radio signals. It gives you guidance on how to verify and share signal data, but for a physical object, a ship. The protocol is completely inadequate. They'd be making it up as they go under unbelievable pressure.
So you've got this initial group, maybe 200 scientists and experts around the world, and they're basically writing the playbook in real time. They're trying to stay scientific while managing a geopolitical crisis that hasn't even happened yet.
That's the psychological crucible they'd be in. Our sources suggest this core group, astronomers, physicists, cryptographers, engineers, government liaisons, they'd be under immense personal and professional strain. I mean, can you imagine?
Holding the biggest secret in human history.
And trying to verify data that contradicts everything you've ever learned, all while knowing that one single leak could destabilize the entire planet.
So why is that initial secrecy so critical? Beyond just preventing panic.
It's about maintaining the integrity of the finding and also controlling the strategic response. If the data gets out prematurely, before it's been cross-validated by independent teams using different instruments,
It just becomes noise.
it becomes noise, it becomes subject to distortion, denial, and it gets immediately appropriated by competing countries or even malicious actors. The confirmation has to be absolute because the consequences are so profound. Secrecy buys them time for certainty and time for a coordinated political strategy.
But secrecy is fragile. To hold that line, you need absolute proof. You have to move the object from a statistical anomaly to an undeniable, not natural fact. This is the hard evidence.
Yes.
What are the specific, incontrovertible data points that our sources say would confirm intelligent design?
You need proof of what you could call intelligent energy management. It starts with movement that defies the physics of a natural body. The most definitive sign would be evidence of unnatural acceleration.
So maneuvers that don't match up with any known natural forces, no messy gas expulsion, no predictable solar radiation pressure.
Right. If you can rule all that out, the only thing left is created intelligence, propulsion.
Okay, so if it is a craft, what kind of advanced propulsion could we even detect from millions of kilometers away, especially if it's trying to be subtle?
Well, the sources outline a few highly advanced but ultimately detectable methods. Take the idea of a light sail.
Okay.
We might detect the subtle, continuous force of radiation pressure, but amplified by massive, highly reflective, perfectly symmetrical surfaces. Nothing like the random, lumpy surface of a comet.
And how would you detect that specifically?
You'd have to track minute, constant deviations in its acceleration over months, and those deviations would have to correlate perfectly with its angle to the sun. The math would be too clean.
What about something more exotic, using the environment around it?
You could look for signs of highly efficient magnetic propulsion. This would use the sun's magnetic field lines and the solar wind for thrust. To spot this, you wouldn't just look at the object itself.
You'd look at its wake.
Exactly. You'd look for specific perturbations in the solar wind velocity or direction that are far greater than what a natural body could cause. You might even detect signature frequencies in the low-end radio spectrum, a byproduct of the massive magnetic field it would need to generate.
And if that acceleration doesn't match anything we know, no tail, just perfect continuous thrust, that's the smoking gun for created intelligence.
It's one of them. But the material composition is just as important. For that, you'd use spectral analysis.
And that would show us what?
It would instantly reveal things that are impossible for natural formation processes. We'd call them impossible materials and structure. We're looking for the signatures of alloys that do not exist on Earth or that aren't found naturally anywhere we've looked.
But what makes an alloy impossible in space? We find weird stuff on meteorites all the time.
We're talking about things like metamaterials, artificially structured at the nanoscale to manipulate light or gravity in ways nature can't. Or we might find isotopic anomalies, elements that are unnaturally pure, suggesting they were fabricated in zero-gravity, controlled environments far beyond our own tech. The key is the perfect, ordered metallic structures.
Engineering versus chaos again.
Always. But the ultimate confirmation, the thing that ends all debate, is still the signal.
The definitive data that shifts this from just advanced alien tech to sentient presence.
Absolutely. The ultimate confirmation comes if 3ILS emits a structured signal that's clearly designed for communication or even just operational reporting. We talked about patterns, but think about the sheer complexity.
Like the pure fractal sequence you mentioned.
Exactly, or clear, undeniable binary code cycles. Once you have that, the ambiguity just evaporates. It's either communicating or it's operating according to a complex logic that we could potentially understand.
And this single finding, it instantly requires rewriting, 100% of astrophysics textbooks?
At least.
Let's get specific. What's the very first chapter in the textbook that needs the most immediate radical rewrite?
Oh, that's easy. The section on the principle of mediocrity. The idea that our solar system and the life in it are probably typical, that's gone. Instantly obsolete. The Drake equation, which we use to estimate the number of civilizations,
Because of fact, not a theory.
it gains a positive proof point. All those conservative estimates suddenly look laughable. Every model of planetary formation, every theory on how life begins, every search strategy for exoplanets has to be reevaluated under a new, proven premise. Intelligence does arise elsewhere, and it does travel between the stars. It's the end of scientific doubt about cosmic isolation.
So while the scientists are dealing with this complete upheaval of their field, the focus shifts. It moves to the real world, the high-stakes geopolitical scramble.
Right. The moment those 200 or so people know the ONT classification is real, the world's major powers go into immediate crisis mode.
And this is a classic national security scenario, just with cosmic stakes. The reactions would be immediate, highly centralized, and probably pretty